is Christian, and today I am looking at Ephesians 4:29. Do not use harmful words, but only helpful words, the kind that build up and provide what is needed, so that what you say will do good to those who hear you. Now, if you're like me, you probably look at this scripture and start to think about people that you don't know. People that we meet on the street, people that aren't maybe so close to us. We start to think about how we speak to them because we want, them to see the Jesus in us. But I think I really need to be conscious of the people that are closest to me in my world. These are the people I've got to be making sure I'm very, very conscious of the way I speak to them. Because what happens is people that are super close to us, especially people that are very close to us, like spouses, children, family members that live in your house, those kind of people, we start to get a little more comfortable about them, around them, and then we're less picky in the way we speak. And then we usually justify it by saying, oh, they knew what I meant, or, it's okay, like, I didn't mean it, they know I didn't mean it, or I'll apologize to them later. But the thing is, like, words stick. So many of us are still operating on things that we were told years and years ago. I met somebody not too long ago that literally just started wearing shorts recently because when they were like 8 years old, somebody told him he had skinny legs. And so he just stopped wearing shorts and was like all the way into his 30s before he started wearing them again. It sounds crazy, but we do that. A lot of us are going, we're full speed ahead in our lives because somebody told us that we were awesome. A lot of us have stopped where we are and are just coasting because somebody said, you're not really that great. Words stick to us, and we have to be very, very, very conscious of the way we speak to the people that we love. If you guys are in, you're a team lead at church, or you're management at work, or some kind of authority figure where you have people underneath of you, they're listening to what you say about them, and that's how they're operating. They're going based on the fact that you said they could, you said they could not, you said the boundaries that you guys are placing on them is how they're functioning. How you've set out what the provision is, how you've set out what the process is, protocols, that's how they're functioning. The way you speak to them is how they're making choices in their lives. And this version says, do not use harmful words, but only helpful words, the kind that build up and provide what is needed. The only way we can know what's needed is if you're going to God on their behalf. You're praying going, God, what season are they in right now? God, what are you speaking to them? What promises have you put in them? Where are you going with them right now? So that I know how to provide what is needed. I know what areas to build up. I know what things I need to be pointed to in their life. If you've got kids, you're starting to watch how they're growing to see, what gifts God has put in them. If you have people underneath of you in some type of authority where, you have employees or team members, you're looking at them and going, what kind of vision do they see? How do they operate? How do they hear things? How do I need to speak to them so they can hear it? That means you're being very, very intentional about the choices that you're making. You're being very, very conscious of going, God, open my eyes so I can see what my spouse is trying to do in our family right now so that I can build that up, so that I can provide to them what's needed. You're going to God on their behalf. You're going to God saying, God, show me what you're doing in their world. Show me what you've made them, the person that you've made them to be, so that I can be helping to build them up and provide what is needed. It then goes on to say, so that what you say will do good to those who hear you. The Message version says, be conscious of what you're saying so that each word is a gift. Basically, the things that you say to them, that's your gift to them. You're going, I think you're amazing. I think God's going to do great things in you. I think you're valuable. I'm so glad you're in my family. Thank you for saying yes when I asked you to marry me. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for being on this team. Thank you for constantly showing up day in and day out. And you're bringing grace into their world. I will also tell you, you know what? In those areas where you guys are building them up, it's also going to build up other areas. Because some of them, especially for people that you might not be super, super close to, where you're employees and stuff, but they're coming into work and they're hearing you go, you're such a valuable part of this team, that they're going, I'm valuable. And they're actually starting to stand up in their own lives, in their own families. And they're starting to hear the way you're speaking to them. And so they're starting to speak that way to the people in their world. We change generations by the way we speak to each other. It's my challenge to you. It is my challenge to me, because I am sarcastic. So this is always something that I'm continually working on. But it's my challenge to go, let's be very, very conscious and intentional about the way we speak to each other. That's how God speaks to us, and that's how we want to speak to each other. Love you.